Welcome back to Edwards & Sons. Today we are doing some work around the farm and here at the laydown yard where all of our equipment is kept here in Mocksville, North Carolina. But I wanted to show y'all our two mulchers side by side, as we offer forestry mulchers as rental units. Now the skid steers that run those are not here. They're at Bobcat getting their services done. So they can be ready and clean, ready to go, serviced for when they go out this week. But I want to give you a side-by-side comparison on the two Loftness heads that we have. So our first Loftness head we're going to look at is the 61-L Battle Axe series. It's designed to run on a lower flow or a lower high flow skid steer that's a little lighter. Think of your Bobcat T66, your Kubota 74s, 75s, your Tox that are in that TL8 range, that 74 horsepower, 9,000 pound machine range. That's what it's really designed for. So let's take a look at it first. So here we are. This is the Loftness Battle Axe 61-L series, and the L stands for light, again, because it's made for a smaller and lighter machine similar to that 66 behind us. Although that is not a high flow T66, that is standard. So the standard flow on the T66 runs about 17, 18 gallons per minute. It is great for your normal attachments, breakers, augers, post drivers, root grapples, things of that nature, brush cutters even. But the high flow gets you closer to 30 gallons per minute on the T66 if it's outfitted with the high flow pump. And that is what we have. But again, it's at the Bobcat dealer getting its service done. But this is a look at our 61 Light series. You'll notice we are running a combination of carbides and the planer teeth or the knives on the machine. We need to do some sharpening here in the next day or so to get it ready. But we found that works best, especially with the although it is technically a high flow, 66, it's still on the low side compared to some of the larger skid steers. Doesn't mean it doesn't work well, it just has some limitations. So the teeth that are the sharpenable knives just do a little bit better of a job of cutting that material down, while the carbides on the outside provide a little bit more of the heavy duty work for breaking things up. So it has a 10-inch drum. It will do, it'll cut up to a 10-inch tree. But like with everything, that's what is the max. So if you're in 3, 4, 6-inch material regularly, this is great. If you come across a 10-inch tree, you can definitely take care of it with this machine. But just don't plan on taking out a forest full of 10-inch trees. It's just really not what it's designed for. But for operation, super simple. We've been a big fan of it. We haven't had any mechanical issues. You can kind of see the size compared to the one beside it, which is where we're going to go next. So this is our new one. Excited to bring this one to the rental fleet. This is the Loftness 71-S series, and the S you would think would stand for super. It just stands for standard, because this is a standard mulcher that is designed to run on high flow. And again, our T86, it has what they call super flow, so it will run just shy of 50 gallons per minute. And this is a variable flow gear pump on this mulching head, so it's designed to handle up to that PSI and that gallon per minute flow. The drum on it is 12-inch, and you'll notice we are running all carbides on this drum. And big reason for that is less maintenance, for one, and two, a mulcher of this power and this size, even with the carbide teeth, it can mulch through and cut through brush and trees very efficiently. So you don't have that that slow lag that you have with the light series over there, which again is great, but it does take a little bit more time for it to keep its speed and maintain speed running all carbides, because it's more of an aggressive mulching pattern. But with this mulcher, being that it's a variable flow pump and it's running on the biggest skid steer that Bobcat makes with their highest flow, the new three-tier superflow system, with the carbide teeth, it can run through very, very efficiently and leave a good finished product because of the power that this unit has. Even our professional customers are using it with the carbides. They're a lot more forgiving for people with less experience. They don't chip and break and wear as nearly as quick or as bad as the knives do, and I'll give you some examples in just a minute. But we are running a full set of carbides on this mulching head, but it does great with those. And again, a lot more forgiving. So if you're inexperienced or very little experience with mulching, you can always go into it knowing that it's a little more forgiving running these carbides, because you'll notice that they have the teeth that are hard and still on the ends. So if you do catch a rock or get into the ground a little too much as you're learning to operate the machine, it's not going to do near as much damage.